legions of fans, but is it all a big fake? Former guests accuse Jerry Springer of staging his top-rated talk show. New charges tonight that slugfests on the highly rated Jerry Springer show are rigged, that guests are coached. Springer is the first to admit his show is a circus, but he says what you see is real, at least most of the time.
Come back over here. Come back. Where you going?
The confrontations are famous, the daily staple of the show. Springer says what happens on his show works because it's real.
The whole concept of the show is that these are real people. So, and we work very hard to make sure that their stories are true, that the producers don't get them to do anything that they wouldn't normally do, that they use their own words, their own, that it's not fake. And if a producer has crossed the line and violated it, then we will discipline that producer. We're going to look into it, and believe me, I'm not interested in doing anything that's fake. If it is, I want that person gone.
Amanda has a boyfriend who Amanda is telling us is not too crazy about what she does for a living. Here is her boyfriend, Scott.
Jay, man, I got one thing to tell.
Rolling Stone and the TV news magazine show Extra claim many of these fights are staged and guests are coached on what to say. That producers work with the guests and help them rehearse. Springer takes the criticism in stride.
Our show is so over the edge. I mean, we're always going to get criticism, and a lot of it is deserved. Now that we're #1, yeah, we're going to get more attention. No one cared what show I was doing when we were #5.
Not so much the marijuana, it's the methamphetamine. You ain't no more kids.
Springer says the allegations will make everyone watch the producers more closely. And if there's someone that violated the rules, they will deal with the person. But he counters.
In fairness, we've done 1,400 shows. That's 10 guests a show. That's 14,000 people have been on our show. I dare say 99% of the 14,000 have been honest, truthful people. Because we find a few of the 14,000 that have been lying to us or we had an employee that went over the edge, it's unfair to damn the whole staff. They're very hardworking people. I'm sure they do a great job. I never complain when all the people who watch the show say such nice things, so why I can't complain if someone says something negative about it. That's fair. This is America.
The Springer Show won't be going away anytime soon. The Fox affiliate in Chicago snapped up the show's syndication contract today, a day after the NBC station in Chicago dumped it. No terms disclosed, but the show will now air twice a day in Chicago. Jared.
Okay, Pat, so how do some of the viewers feel? Is the Jerry Springer Show real or rigged? We wanted to find out today.
Well, I think they go out of their way to get the reaction that they want, to fight and everything. I think they choose the people that they want.
Every show they fight. I mean, every show they're fighting. I mean, come on. And you could tell sometimes they giggle and you could see them when they're fighting, they're laughing and stuff, Maybe some of them are real, but some of them are fake, mostly.
They have to be acting or really low life.
I don't think so, but they choose the best cases where they know they're going to fight.
I don't know. That depends on which show you're talking about, because I think each show is different. But probably a couple of them might be real, a couple of them might be fake. They over-exaggerate everything. But it's actually a good show. It's a funny show. I mean, people just get to fight.
So what's the truth about the brawls? Are they staged? Are the guests coached? Wayne Garcia joins us now with some inside information from people who should know. They were guests on the show. Wayne?
That's right, Jerry. They are two guests from two different Springer shows with two very different stories to tell. One of them involved in a physical fight on the show, the other involved in a love triangle. Listen to what they say about their experiences and what they believe was real and fake.
The founder of the JBL.
Remember this famous Springer show?
Today we are talking to Klan members to see if they will give up their racist beliefs.
The show was titled Klanfrontation.
Well, Alfred Beardsley remembers. How could he forget? Because on that show, he was fighting mad. Watch closely and you can actually see Alfred mistakenly slug a cameraman. Here it is again.
The fight began instantaneously when we walked onto the stage, and the fight lasted about an hour and a half.
The point is, says Beardsley, is that all this is real. The punches, the chair throwing, the broken bones. And he says no Springer producers told anyone to hit anyone.
It was the real deal. I mean, the fight, it was a lot worse than what was shown on television. One of the clan members had to have plastic surgery, was taken to the hospital. Right from there, Mr. Rubin broke his finger and had to be hospitalized when we came back to Los Angeles for surgery.
They told us what the story was before we ever flew out there.
Doug Stanhope has a very different Springer experience to tell.
That's Jerry and I right before we left for the plane.
He says the woman that was supposed to be his stripper girlfriend was someone he'd only met days before the show. And her supposed lesbian lover was all in Act 2. An act Stanhope says Springer producers choreographed.
Norm, the producer, coached us on dialogue over and over again. No, say it like this, that's not believable.
Like what, can you remember one line?
Oh, how could you do this to me? How could you show yourself naked? What kind of guy would want to go out with a girl who shows herself naked to every man of, you know?
And they told you to say that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all the dialogue was coached.
But Stanhope says he still thinks at least half the Springer episodes are real, and that they only resort to staging things once in a while. As for Alfred Beardsley, he thinks the people blasting the show are just looking for camera time.
I just think people, because of Jerry's success, I think people are trying to capitalize on it or get another 15 minutes of fame.
Now, the show that Stanhope says was a fake has yet to air. It was taped on April 1st. However, Stanhope may make TV again before his Springer appearance. He says the ABC News Show 2020 talked to him about the Springer show and the role producers may have played in staging it. Pat?
Thank you, Wayne. Well, all day we've been asking our viewers to let us know what they think. Do you believe some of Jerry Springer's shows are rigged? Here's another look at the results of our poll. 40% of the callers said yes, they do think some programs are staged. 60% said no, they're not. We'll bring you the final results tomorrow on Prime 9.